So today we're going to be looking at some unhinged leftist meltdowns. Actually, this is the left in 1 minute or less.
No, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I'm speaking.
Want to say it one more time?
No, I'm speaking.
Got it.
Thank you. So it's not, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the
I know
person.
you don't care about them.
I'm talking about the person who is dealing with the pregnancy. I am not talking about the cells. I don't care. No, listen. The fetus, the whatever. I don't care about that right now until it is formed. If there is a 5-year-old child who is pregnant and the baby is 2 weeks in utero,
can't get pregnant.
Actually they have, and they have given birth. There is,
5-year-olds have given pregnant.
There is one recorded case of a 5-year-old girl who gave birth.
Is that common?
Yes, it's common. 5-year-olds get sometimes, and if they get pregnant, I think they should be able to have medical access to something that could save not only just their life, but like their livelihood.
How many, I'm curious.
I hope your daughter lives a very happy life and gets away from you.
Okay, so that is really nasty.
Wow. So she can't, first of all, the left can't define what a woman is. Let's put that out there. Second of all, these are the same people that want to essentially butcher babies, right? So you can't get her to come to grips with common sense as it relates to this issue. If the fetus or the clump of cells is considered a human or not. To them, the human is not formed until the baby is born or whatever the case. But we know that that is not true. And the fact that she interacted with him like this is a classic display of what it's like to interact with a leftist. You want to sit there and take control of the conversation. Do not want to hear an opposing point of view to any degree whatsoever. So what you're going to do is scream and shout until, you eventually storm out. And that's what we seen here. That's what I just witnessed right here. Now, we're going to go ahead and move on to some more leftists losing it to Charlie Kirk. Now, Charlie Kirk, man, this guy's been doing the Lord's work out here, if you ask me. Charlie Kirk destroys a liberal student on J6 pardons. Watch this liberal girl meltdown as she keeps cutting off Charlie Kirk on January 6 pardons. Y'all, this interaction is a sight to see. It's been buzzing all over the internet, actually.
Anyone disagreements? Yes, ma'am. Again, anyone in the crowd, you can work your way up if you disagree. Yes, ma'am.
Hello. I have two main points I want to talk about. So first off, I want to know your opinion on January 6th and the pardoning of... Okay.
No, that's a legitimate question.
Okay.
The pardoning's a legitimate question.
What's your opinion on that?
Everyone should be pardoned.
Okay, here is my thing I'm going to say about that. My father...
Boom. So right into it, right? She already triggered. You agree, right? All right. My father. Okay, your father.
Is a police officer. So if you're saying that someone injures him or kills him in the line of duty, I should support pardoning them?
Yeah, you see how they try to flip this? Oh, but watch how he comes back.
So actually, that's not my position. My position is very simple.
You just said your position is everyone should be pardoned.
Well, hold on. Allow me to finish. I said everyone should be pardoned, but not because of what they were accused of doing, because they were deprived of due process. And here's the kicker. That the January 6 defendants were put in pretrial detention for nearly 2 years, many of whom were not given attorney representation. One attorney in particular made his defendant go watch videos saying that MAGA is brainwashing you and say, go unbrainwash yourself before the trial.
Oh, wow. Imagine that. Wow.
A complete violation of the 5th, 6th, and 7th Amendment. What I'm getting at, though, is that would you agree with the premise that if the tree is rotten, the fruit will be rotten?
I don't even know what you're referring to.
It's a metaphor.
No.
You see right here, this is what, you can't find middle ground with nobody. I don't know what you're referring to. What?
My turn. So
my turn.
I want to know if you think that what they did, storming the Capitol, in your opinion, is that right or wrong, yes or no?
Well, it depends.
Yes or no?
So there were only...
Yes or no?
Peacefully
yes
storming
no?
the cap. Hold on a second.
Please just yes
peacefully,
or no. Yes or no.
Well,
do you agree
hold on a
that
second.
it's a good thing that they did or a bad thing?
Can I?
Yes or no?
Can you?
You can answer yes or no.
Well, yes, and I'm answering it. Yes, because not everybody did that. So, for example, Siaka Massaquoi took 3 feet into the Capitol, said a prayer, and went out. Do you agree he should be hunted down by federal officials for 3 years and face 10 years in federal prison? Yes or no? Yes or no? Answer. Yes or no? Okay, so you say yes. Got it. So But however, I think what happened on January 6th, there was a lot of stuff I don't support. However, they were treated so terribly by our own government as political prisoners. Here is the truth. Even if you go do something as evil as shoot school, you deserve 5th, 6th, and 7th Amendment protection rights. These January 6th defendants did not get their basic constitutional rights protected. They literally had to sleep on the ground of the D.C. jail as January 6 gulags. You look at these pictures, they had to go sleep on the floor with no food for days, acting as if that this was some sort of Moscow internment camp. What President Trump did was very simple. This was a statement towards the justice system. You guys did not treat these people, who some of which did very bad things, with basic constitutional due process rights. It was a pardon wiping the slate clean, saying even the person who does the grossest thing should be able to have the same rights of due process and the presumption of innocence of somebody who did absolutely nothing wrong. That's the position of the pardons.
I guess I'll say, look, I know I'm a hypocrite. I know God ain't through with me yet. I'm going to just be honest. I'm going to keep it real. I know that the Bible alone, it says something along the lines, no sin is greater than any other sin. But, and I do agree, if wrong is wrong, right is right on a black and white surface. But some context be like, but outside of that, this right here, I think, is a clear classic, another classic display of leftists losing it. However, I will say, for the most part, she was a cool, unhinged one, right? She tried to bait him into, a corner, insinuating that he's somehow in support of cops being killed in the line of duty, and that's just not the case. All he was stating was everybody that was dealt with in as it relates to the January 6th situation, they didn't have due process. They didn't get the same rights afforded to every human, as they were supposed to. My fault. Somebody says, what happened to the J6ers was meant to be a warning to all of us. It was a scare tactic directed to all MAGA because we, as a whole, had stepped out of line in a way that was uncontrollable, and they could not allow that. They used those poor people to put an end to the uncontrollable MAGA movement. It didn't work. Yes, and Chaotic replied to that saying, you nailed it, and I have to 100% agree. Now, I want y'all to see this interaction right here with Kash Patel shutting down this leftist. Just listen.
Another day has passed.
Well, actually, it was the night before the hearing.
Now that another day has passed, do you believe that it's now time potentially for the FBI to open an investigation into this?
I'm not going to comment on that.
Because you're the director of the FBI, you don't believe it's appropriate to comment on that?
Boom. See how they trying to frame this? Oh, you don't think it's appropriate to comment on this? No, he'll give you a common sense answer. Listen.
And on that?
Because there's a process in place, there's an ongoing litigation, and the National Security Council is reviewing this matter. And I'm not going to discuss any open or closed investigation.
That ongoing investigation, literally, the lawsuit happened today or yesterday afternoon. And the idea that you don't have an opinion on this at this point is frustrating to me.
No, it's not. I'm not going to prejudge any matters, and the men and women of the FBI will call the balls and strikes.
Reclaiming my time,
not
sir.
you.
Sir,
Gentlewoman's recognized. You have 4 seconds remaining.
No, I have more than
You have
that.
2 seconds
Mr.
remaining.
Patel would not acknowledge.
Gentlewoman's time has expired. Mr. Stubbe.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Director Gabbard.
You have 4 seconds remaining. You have 2. Hold on, listen.
And the men and women of the FBI will call the balls and strikes.
Reclaiming my time,
not
sir.
you.
Sir, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to have.
Gentlewoman's recognized. You have
Thank
4
you.
seconds remaining.
No, I have more than
You have
that.
2 seconds
Mr.
remaining.
Patel would not acknowledge.
Gentlewoman's time has expired. Mr. Stubbe.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Director Gabbard, were there any...
I love it. I love it. Oh, she's trying to redirect the hierarchy as it pertains to this situation, man. Come on, now. Like, look, he the director, dog. What you mean? Like, come on, bro. He ain't finna give you no opinion on a situation that hasn't been concluded yet. That just doesn't even make sense. Andrew Tate even replied to this laughing. Clown World replied to this with boom and fire emojis. Come on, yo. It just get worse and worse. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, cool. I'm glad it started there. So this woman who went viral for her MAGA hat meltdown is extremely literal. I mean, literal. Literal, I'm sorry. She's an extremely liberal luxury brand specialist. Okay. So this is an interaction with her on I don't know where they at. It looked like they in a New York train. And yeah, of course I can't play when she started chasing after him, but I retweeted it on my X account. Thank y'all for getting me over 10,000 followers over there. Let me stop talking.
That's why he won. Because people like you. That's why he won. That is why he won, because of people like you who need to stop it. Let him live. Bro, just like, go, chill, bro. You're okay with that? He's a racist. I'm so okay. How can I be racist, bro? I'm so okay with it. If you fucking voted for Trump, you're a racist.
Oh, there you go. If you vote for Trump, you're a racist, apparently. That's crazy.
He's a racist. How can I be racist? No, he's not. Leave him alone.
Doesn't watch the news.
You realize he wants to be Democrat.
I'm highly educated. Oh, are you? Then why are you wearing that hat?
Everything's going up, but I don't know how long the Democrats have been running New York since who knows how long. But then Trump comes in and just takes over.
Well, this is my stuff. I hope you enjoy the hat.
Boom. And this is where we have to stop. Because after this, ain't nothing crazy happened yet. But she proceeds to run after him and she falls to the ground. And yeah, he gets away, which is, I'd say karma did its thing. Karma definitely did its thing. And I'm super proud of it. TDS in real time being able to get some accountability taken back. I'm grateful for that, man. These leftists is losing it on at a rate that is going skyrocketing by the day. Now, this liberal woman wants to move her family out of the USA to Europe because of Trump. They also added she doesn't know yet, but she's about to convince her husband to move to Europe in the next 6 months, and he's a Trump supporter.
So I don't know what to do. I really badly want to leave the United States. I would be gone tomorrow if I could make it happen, and my husband doesn't. He thinks that someone's going to save us. He thinks Congress or checks and balances or Democrats or someone is not going to let the worst happen, and I don't know how many other ways to try and convince him. I don't think that's going to happen. I want better for us. I want better for our kids. I want them to have a worldly, cultured childhood, and I want them to grow up in a better place than this. This is not a good life. And he's an engineer. I'm a nurse. We don't make a ton, but we're fine. But not here. This sucks. How do I get him on board with moving away from the United States?
Oh, wow. You see all this convincing that they try to do? The brainwashing. It's like, hey, why don't people realize that it's okay to have different point of views? But what I realized on the left through reading various books is a lot of times that you'll do this to yourself. You're choosing to be upset right now. Okay, so obviously, right, I didn't say anything special when I said that, right? But what I'm saying is, you're not responsible for somebody's actions, but you're definitely responsible for your reaction. And the fact that you allow your TDS to cloud you up so much, to a point to where you want to continue to try to brainwash your husband because you think he's brainwashed, that shows you, the amount of, the incompetence on the left right now. Somebody said, and then on top of that, go ahead and go somewhere else. Go on. Also, you can see just how good America actually is, just how great America actually is. The fact that you get to wake up with a chance, an opportunity, the fact that you get to get on these platforms and say whatever you want. You can go to other countries, you say what you just said about, it's over. Somebody said, check out what Europe is really all about before you apply for immigration. She ain't gonna do it. If she ain't gonna do no research about what's really going on in the world, what makes you think she's gonna do some research about that? All it took was a leftist with a nose ring. Hey, I got a nose ring. Relax. In a car. Now, I think I'm defying the odds. Now, I got this as a conservative. Anywho, the nose ring in the car. Let me start over. All it took was a leftist with a nose ring and a car to open my eyes and turn me into a liberal. I'm a changed woman. What?
MAGA, what is it genuinely going to take for you all to realize that the Trump administration is and has been playing you for quite some time now?
And what? Can you give us details, or is it going to be more fear-mongering?
If you all do not see what they are doing with the media and SignalGate right now, then I don't know what is going to get you all to open your eyes.
You talking about the journalist who got into that Signal chat joint? What is Signal? Is it SignalGate now? That's what it is?
I'm pretty sure everyone and their mother has now seen that the Trump administration was discussing war plans in a group chat where a reporter was added.
Huh. That has definitely been debunked. Have you talked to Caroline Leavitt?
But what everyone needs to see is how the Trump administration is instantly not taking accountability and trying to blame the reporter for their actions.
That is definitely not true. Pete Hegseth came out and said he'd take full responsibility for the action. The White House actually made an official statement taking accountability. That is literally not true.
This reporter is giving us tangible proof of the things that were being discussed in this said group chat.
Like what?
Yet their immediate reaction is to try and make it to where nobody trusts this reporter and anything that they say. But to all of us that have been paying attention, this isn't a shock. This is something that they do with absolutely everything. So Trump supporters, when are you going to wake up that they do this to you all the time?
I'm just going to move on.
Please pray for my friend Marcus Strader. He's being...
I think that was the last. No, that was the last one. My fault, y'all. Yeah, that was the last one of this segment. I don't even know how. Sometimes I get so many tabs and I end up throwing them all together. Some of them end up bleeding into the group that I don't want it to be in. But I guess I have to respond to this. Go check on somebody today. You could be saving their life. Also, go watch the next video.